So last night, the leaks for chapter 267 of Jujutsu Kaisen came out, and it was amazing. Let's get right into it. I don't want to waste no time. Shout to me and more on Twitter. Go follow him, and let's get into the leaks. Also, before I get into the leaks, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps my channel out immensely. To start off the chapter, Yuta and Gojo are discussing while doing their body swap training. Yuta asks Gojo to give him the final Sukuna finger so that he can make Rika eat it so he can copy Sukuna's shrine curse technique, but Gojo declines Yuta's request. Gojo says even though the final Sukuna finger can fulfill Yuta's copy curse technique requirement, it's still not enough to analyze Shrine's curse technique info. Yuta does agree with this because even though he has curse speech, he still needed Inumaki's input on how to use it. So the conversation between Yuta and Gojo continue. Gojo says, I don't think it's a very smart decision to lose our connection with Sukuna. Yuta is confused and asks why. Gojo says it's a gamble. If I say like Akari, it's the heat. Basically, Gojo is saying we should not waste a finger used for something way more important. And you'll see why later in the chapter Gojo says that, or is implying that. Yuta says the requirement to copy a curse technique is to make Rika consume the part of a subject's body. The quantity and what part of the body that needs to be consumed depends on the subject he's copying from the number of times he'll use it. So I want to give an example of what Yuta's saying. Back when he copied Thin Icebreaker, he ate the whole arm of the sorcerer he was fighting to use the ability more. If he didn't eat the whole arm, he wouldn't be able to use it as often. So Yuta continues on. If he wants to copy a strong curse technique, he needs to take a part of the Jujutsu sorcerer's body that's pretty fatal to them. But even if it's a fatal body part, he can only fulfill the technique's requirement by using a binding vow to limit the use. He continues to say that when the subject regenerates the body with the RCT, which Rika ate, then from that point on, the body part which Rika ate becomes useless and he can't fulfill copy curse technique requirement. Yuta adds that he used Inumaki and Hana's arms because it was determined that they couldn't heal the arms anymore using RCT and modern science. Also, Yuta took part of Charles' ribcage to copy his curse technique, but Akari kind of lied to Charles, saying that he'll be healed later. Mimi asks if Yuta is informed about Yuji and Sukuna's residence from Todo. Yuta says he knows about it, and that's why they're going to execute this plan right before they fight Sukuna, and they'll inform Yuji only at the bare minimum. Yuta says to Yuji, even though you can't use it right now, your body is already engraved with Sukuna's curse technique. There's no doubt that since Gojo already confirmed it with his 6 eyes. Now finally, it's coming back to the present. Sukuna notices that Yuji is missing one more finger other than the one he tore off to transfer himself to Megumi. And then he realizes that Yuta bluffed him. He realizes that Yuta actually used Yuji's finger to copy the shrine technique. Utsuhime and Gakuganji are present at the place where Sukuna's final finger is sealed. Gakuganji asks if Sukuna's finger, especially a curse object, which can withstand any physical Jujutsu processing, can be penetrated by that technique. Utsuhime says even though a binding vow, whereby moving the objective of destroying the cursed object and focusing solely on applying the technique's effect, maybe she can pull it off. Utsuhime is concerned that it's only been a short time since she woke up. And then we hear Nobara saying, "Rejoice, boys," and Kugarasaki is back in the story. She did not die, she is alive. So right away, Nobara uses resonance on Sukuna's final finger. Sukuna's whole body convulses as he's hit by Nobara's resonance. Sukuna realizes it's Nobara's curse technique and starts freaking out. Sukuna says, "This is that woman's. This is bad. My curse technique. I can't open my domain." At this rate, the kid's sure hit effect will. And then we skip to Yuji in tears. He realizes that Nobara is alive and we see Nobara addressing Yuji, saying, "How's that for you, you idiot?" Yuji doesn't give Sukuna any time to recover and instantly hits him with his soul dismantle. Yuji knees Sukuna right on his face and punches him hard, which makes Sukuna throw up. But Sukuna hasn't given up yet as he punches Yuji back. Sukuna says, "Did you really think you could peel me off with your makeshift domain?" Sukuna thinks Yuji has to pass his limits for a while, as he's not even healing his injuries with RCT. And since domain consumes a lot of curse energy, it's over for Yuji. But just like Sukuna, Yuji isn't done yet either. Sukuna is confused as Yuji hits him with his special delayed second impact punch. Yuji locks in with a cold face and he says, "Let's put an end to this ever-cycling cursed Sukuna." And Sukuna gets hit with Yuji's black flash, and the end of the chapter is there. I'm gonna be honest, this chapter was a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best chapters I think ever came out for Jujutsu Kaisen, and I just love it. But if you guys did enjoy, please remember to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 800 subs and I'm very close, only 23 subs off. But yeah, that should be the end of the video. I love y'all. See you guys next week.